What did I miss?
I shoved a peanut butter cup in my mouth really quickly, right when I did the show intro, and
That's quite the professionalism there. That's awesome.
Yes, that's what we do. We strive for professionalism.
That's
it's stuck in
Oh, while you're there dying, okay.
Mm.
I'm feeling better now. So,
Oh, good.
let's see a little Maker's Mark.
Oh,
a little
thanks.
ice. Actually, there we
What
go.
happened to the bottom of the Maker's Mark bottle? What did you have, like a little session with it?
No, it's just that it doesn't show up at the green screen. There we go. See?
Oh, I'm talking about the red flaking of the wax.
No, that's no. It has a bow tie. It has a bow tie on.
Oh, so cute. So
It's
cute.
got a bow tie. They
Oh,
send you
no,
these little gifts. And see, I'm using my coaster from Who Are These Podcasts? Look at that. I'm actually
You're
using.
so cute. You actually got a little freebie. That's nice.
I got myself a coaster. Put it on. It's nice and soft. Look at that. Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah.
Yes. Dennis took full advantage of the freebies over at the
Absolutely.
freebie section. As
Like any Gindaloon would.
Dennis and I went to the WATP live taping show in Largo, Florida.
Yes.
Largo. And Dennis, as it turns out, as I find out later on, actually went and had like drinks and such with like people.
Well, mostly the cast and crew. I tried to stay with them. I did talk to. There were people that knew me from both here and DJ's Classic Garage.
How is that possible?
I have no idea, but it just happens. And I got beer bought for me. I was excited.
Where did you guys go? Did you go to a
We went to this place called, oh my god, my mind just went blank.
God, OMG?
Oh my god.
It's literally not that important. You can make up any name and I would be okay with it. You know.
Well, I want to say the right name because I did go there.
Checky?
I did leave at 2:00 in the morning. I did get home after 3.
It is unbelievable to me.
You think that is unbelievable?
That you went out with these people is actually shocking to me.
Remember, I'm not Niagara Tap. That's what it is. Niagara Tap.
Shocking to me.
Shocking. But I knew most of the crew was going to be there and that'd be fine.
But how did you know this? Like, what did you do? You walked me to my car?
Yes.
And what'd you do?
They said they announced it when you went to the bathroom where they were going.
Oh, okay. And then so you got into your car.
And I drove down Seminole Boulevard.
As I'm looking in my rearview mirror, hoping that nobody's following me. Yes. And then there was something about an armadillo.
Yes, there was a live armadillo ran out in front of me, and I did not hit it. First live armadillo I've seen in about 20 years.
Never seen one live, but okay, yes.
And I drove down into the border of Seminole and Largo, which is a area, and pulled into a parking lot that had a Big Lots in it and a Rent-A-Center. I'm going, this is really
Big Lots Rent-A-Center. All you needed was the checks cashed here. And
that was right across the street. And went inside, and I was at first horrified because this guy in a big white cowboy hat was doing karaoke. Oh yeah, and the guy had the rebel hat across the bar for me, and I was like, I'm gonna die. You're just gonna kill me tonight. I'm gonna die.
You did that. I'm
gonna die.
I'm so proud of you that you actually took the initiative to be a friendly human being.
Exactly.
Unlike myself.
And it paid off though.
And went and conversed with the regular people. That was awesome.
And people that were on the other podcast, of course.
Yes. Did you meet the guys from Revenge of the Sis?
Yes, they are very interesting. Those two are very interesting.
Very interesting. Yes.
Oh, the shorter guy with the stubble beard, he can sing like an angel.
Oh, I'm sorry. We could reverse because I wasn't really paying attention. This was a karaoke bar?
Yes. That's why I said the guy with the white cowboy hat singing karaoke when I walked in. Yeah.
Did you sing?
No.
Okay. But the littler guy from Revenge of the Sis can actually sing, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yes, again. He has a great falsetto.
Really?
I would never believe it. I was talking to his wife. I'm like, you can't. He does it all the time. Like, damn, he's good. He really
Wow.
is good. Yeah,
Interesting.
I
And I
was
thought
impressed.
the other guy was actually very funny. I thought he was
Oh yeah, he was on all night. It was very good.
he was on. He was on, actually. So, yeah, so that was
That's
interesting,
yeah.
and that was Benjamin wants to know, how was he in bed? That's the question. Was he good?
No. Good Lord.
Everybody's asking, how big was his D?
Oh dear Lord.
Did you not hear the part where he said his wife said he does this all the time?
Yes.
Okay. Dennis doesn't go that way.
No. No, I don't.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you had an interesting night. Did you actually converse with them? Did
Yes.
any kind of insight into anything of any note, or no?
Not really. I mean, it was, just, just setting all the bullshit up for that type of event and having to travel down here and how much you were getting raped on hotel rooms.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sure. Where do they
oh,
come from? Where do those people actually come from? The Revenge of the Cis people and the Tukis and all that.
the others from the East Coast, some
I
north
can't
of,
believe Tuki took off his mask. He usually
yeah,
doesn't do that because, he doesn't want the stuttering Johns of the world to actually know who he is. But
he took it off.
all right.
Yeah, he's
Now,
quite a swarthy fellow.
really? Swarthy?
He's swarthy.
Swarthy. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's-
Interesting.
Marsh did not smell.
Okay. So just so you know, for tonight, welcome to Monday, March 25th. I'm wearing my most Beth dress that I could find
Larry Mondello.
for tonight. Actually, I went out for a little while, and that's
Oh,
why
look at you with your social life. You're supposed to be a hermit like us.
So
Yeah.
see, somebody had this shirt on Friday night. So it's so I bought it. I went on Amazon, bought one.
Yeah.
Criminalized
Sobriety.
Very nice. Very nice. Some of you are asking about ARM. Apparently, on the Deepening, Sarah, I think, posted something with like a heartbeat or a life support something. So I guess that apparently means that there might be some life, perhaps, in the Deepening. That's all I know, and that's all I got. So yeah, so you can go over there and find out what's going on there, but who knows? I have heard nothing. So I
Nada
got
wide.
nothing.
Hey, listen, we got nothing but love for John. Hopefully, he's back in roaring, doing 8-hour podcasts sooner than later.
Yes.
We
Whatever
got nothing but
happens,
love.
we're happy with that. Nothing but love for the Johnny boy. All right, so let's talk about today's show and what happened in it. And you saw
What did happen?
not much, but you
What
saw from the
happened?
header that I made for tonight's show that the guy who does the impersonation of him, which is basically Alan Alda-ish,
Hey, Margaret.
got himself into a little something trouble today.
Little
Uh-oh.
trouble.
Li-
You
a little-
guys having a little trouble.
a little today. So we're gonna get to that momentarily. We will talk about that. We'll talk about what was said and then what was cut from what was said.
Yeah.
And
Uh-oh.
yeah, and if John was here
Breaking
today,
news.
1000%, we would have the clip that pertains to it back from 1999 or whenever it was. But such is life. We don't have that.
Such is
Right.
life.
So let's start with the
Happens.
beginning of the show. I'm not really going to play the music. He just went right into the guy who does the impression of me.
Because
of
you know what? You
of
have
him.
no
Right.
idea what your voice sounds
Right.
like.
Right.
Because it's
Right.
resonating
Right.
around in your head. It also has
Right.
these
Right.
acoustics that come
Right.
along with it for you.
Right. Right, Robin. Right. Right.
This went on all
Robin.
after
Robin.
all morning,
Robin.
really.
For about an hour.
Right. Robin.
The funny thing about it, though, is that he did in fact say right like the entire show. Like that.
Yes, he did. Oh, because remember, only as good as his last conversation.
That's exactly
I
right.
just love Robin talking about how your voice rattles around in your head.
Robin actually has no idea what she's talking about.
I couldn't figure that one out. I gave up. It was too early to think
Has
like
made
that.
her delirious. Seriously, I don't know what's going on with that woman. I do have some theories on it. We're going to talk about momentarily.
You have
Okay.
theories?
I have
You have hypothesis?
I have
I
theories
have a hypothesis.
and hypotheses. You'll notice the puzzle cam is not on because puzzle seems to want to, hang.
Puzzle wants more money. Let's be honest.
Puzzle
He's
Yeah,
doing
that's what
Jackie.
wants a cut.
Mhm.
That's right. So just,
She's taking my shot.
Where's
That's why.
my steak?
yeah. Well, what do I get out of this? All right. So after that, we got a little notification about who's coming in soon. So let's hear that.
I
Soon.
don't know. What do I want to talk about here?
Yeah. What do you want to talk
Right
about?
off the bat, I do want to mention Wednesday for those of you who are fans of the Black Crows, the boys performing. I love them. And very, very soon, I'm excited about this. Hart will come in and perform.
Wow.
Well, he mentioned
Was
Hart.
Steely Dan not available?
Yeah, exactly. But he's very into like the Hart
Hart.
thing.
Yeah, I like those sisters.
Yeah, he likes the
the fact
sisters.
that they would like sit up in their bedroom during high school and play guitar and sing, and they were fans of Led Zeppelin, and then they went on to be rock stars. Seems like a great story.
Because they sat in their room and sang.
It was
And
a great story in 1981.
Yeah, I mean, now not so much.
not so much.
Not so
Now
much.
it's like they're a ARP.
Yeah, I mean,
on
they're
the pamphlet.
I mean, they should be playing. They should be taking over for the Beach Boys, the places that they play.
One would think, but it's kind of amazing to me. So here's apparently why the Black Crows are going to be in. Sorry, I didn't present the screen.
I know that they go back to the 70s. They were Hart was awesome, and then the 80s happened.
You know what? They have big voices, and they know how to play guitar.
They're the classic.
You're breaking up a little bit, just so you know, Xavier. I'm sorry.
He's making a good
They
point
were a
too.
good example of MTV ruining a band, basically.
Yes, this is true.
Oh no, Nancy Wilson just stretched herself.
It's the Christopher Cross disease that they all had. It's like you never want to really see your heroes, and you never want to. You just want to just rely on the voice. So
why is there a picture of Don DeLuise?
Yeah. We'll share their
Swamp
first
Fever. Swamp
in
Fever.
15 years. So that's
in chaos.
I guess that's what they're doing.
Oh
They've
my
got a
God.
new music video for Wanting and Waiting, the first single from the new album, Happiness Bastards.
I hope they're not in the video because Jesus, I wouldn't want to watch it.
Their first video in 16 years. Their last video was in 2008. Goodbye, Daughters of the Revolution.
Yeah, that was a hit. Oh, wait, it wasn't.
Yes, well, we have the brothers, Chris and Rich Robinson, and the rest of the band performing in front of a large video screen that flashes various words and images, including skulls and crows. Wow, sounds
awful, actually.
And shocking, even. But yeah, I guess Happiness Bastards, the band's first album of new music in 15 years, is available to stream. Check out the video for Wanting and Waiting here. No, thank you. No, gracias. Okay. We will skip on that and we will move on. We'll come back to the Counting Crows. Who was it I was thinking of the other day, Dennis, when we were talking about the Counting Crows? And I couldn't remember who was the guy that was similar to like Eddie Vedder and Durst.
Not Fred Durst.
Creed? Probably Creed.
No, it was the guy for Creed.
What's his name?
Not
Fred Durst.
Not Fred Durst.
Scott something, wasn't it?
Scott Snape? No, then that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other one.
Something. I don't know.
Scott Stapp? No, who's the guy? He used to have dreads.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
I think that is Scott Stapp.
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe that's not who I'm talking about. I'm just reflecting back on a conversation that Dennis and I were having whilst drinking vodka and tonics, and I don't even remember. So
that was many, many drinks before the end of my evening. So,
all right, Flexer. Okay, flexing with the whack people. I see you. I see you. So then a caller called in and wanted to know whether or not Howard had seen this movie called The Beekeeper. And his stupid reply to it, I mean, he was particularly stupid today, honestly. It was kind of ridiculous listening to it. So here's what he said.
Hey, Howard, I watched a movie last night.
Oh, good
it's
for
like
you.
the ultimate revenge movie. You're going to love it.
What
it's
movie?
called The Beekeeper. With
I've
Jason
seen The
Statham.
Beekeeper. Yeah, Jason
you have?
Statham, The Beekeeper, which is weird. I almost didn't watch it.
Ah,
Because I
That
don't want to.
name.
Yeah, well, I don't care about bees
I don't care about
and like a
bees.
beekeeper. And
And
then it
beekeepers.
turns out Jason Statham, who I do love, because he's only in revenge movies. Like he never does shitty movies. He always.
So
wow.
the name of the movie was The Beekeeper.
Yep.
And for some bizarre reason, he thought that the movie was
About beekeeping. Because he's a 69 IQ.
about beekeeping.
Yes.
Okay, so now this movie came out this year, 2024.
Yeah,
so
it had a
it's
budget of $40 million.
fairly new movie. It gets a 6.4 on IMDb.
It didn't make money.
Didn't make money, but
Didn't make
nonetheless,
money.
it's and there's no way that he would have looked at this and said to himself,
Oh, no.
"Huh, this is not a movie I want to watch because it is about people who keep bees. It is about beekeepers. So no, I'm not going to watch it." He then proceeded, and again, this is a 2024 movie. He then proceeded to tell you
The whole
the
plot.
entirety
Mhm.
of the movie. Like left nothing for if people say, "Oh, you know, that maybe that's something I really want to see," and whatever. He gave away the entire plot of the
Yep.
movie. So good going, Howard. Nobody's going to see this now.
Well,
Even
nobody
if we
did.
cared to see it. Even if we cared to see it, we aren't now.
It looks like one of yet another clone of the John Wick franchise.
They're all the same movie. They're all the same movie. They have the same thought process,
Well,
the same thing.
Well, the thing is that movie can be done very well. And like the Reacher series that's on Amazon, it's kind of like a series done like those movies, and it's done well. You actually care about the characters. There's a whole build, there's a backstory. It's all well done. That movie was not done that way.
Mm.
Jason
Did you see it?
Statham is not the.
Did you see
great
it?
movie.
Then?
Well, no, I just saw a lot of reviews on it.
How you know? How you know?
I trust people. Some people.
You know what? It's not much of a reach, to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
gonna
having
get-
mic issues. I don't
It's
know
like,
who's having mic issues.
like for example, I watched John Wick 4 in January, and it still hasn't ended yet. It's still
I
going.
still haven't finished it. I still have not finished.
No. It's still going. It's still one continuous.
It's, no,
for
you're
months.
right. I also started watching it like in January or February, and I never finished it. It was just
No. I've seen like it's
no.
like a 10-month long movie.
Oh,
It's
no,
just
no,
one continuous fight.
No. Yes, and it's all the same fight.
It's
There's nothing.
no, because sometimes it's
no,
the
no.
blind dude, and
Oh, no, no.
sometimes it's the dude with the dog.
Isn't there a John Wick thing that came out about the hotel? Isn't
The
there?
hotel.
Yeah. Isn't there like a John Wick diffusion thing about the hotel and the people that live there? The hotel where everybody goes, where all the guys go. What am I crazy? Do I not know this? What I'm talking about? Do I not know what I'm talking about?
I have not. I am not knowing what you're saying.
Apparently, there was like this John Wick. Oh, thank you, Autobot. Oh, god damn it! Yes, it's called the Continental.
Oh, the Continental.
Yes, it's
But
about
it's not the joke from
Oh, you
Saturday
mean
Night
the
Live.
show?
the show. Yes. There was like this diffusion thing about the hotel. That's what I said. I didn't know if it was a series or a movie, but now I know. So there we go. All right, so let's move on.
Now
This is,
excommunicado, Monique.
yes, this is Howard quoting from The Godfather, and I decided that we needed to see what the actual words were so that we could see what it was he was actually trying to say. And Howard knows nothing, so he has no. Thank you, Autobot Al. Somebody said on the chat today something about not necessarily the Howard loves not knowing, but Howard is actually he is one of the few human beings who watches something or sees something and retains zero.
Yeah, he's a moron.
Zero of the movie, of the TV show, of the conversation, nothing. So here he is attempting to quote The Godfather. Let me go to
The Godfather. When Don Corleone goes, if you had been my friend, right now the man who hurt your daughter would be suffering. But you come here and you don't say Don Corleone. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Go. What does he go? He just says one time, he says, go. And he goes, Godfather, please help me.
He says, what do you want me to do? And the gag says,
No, he goes, Buena Sera.
Oh, Jesus.
Buena.
Yeah, this is a bit of an Artie ripoff, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because Artie used to just do this shit like verbatim.
They ripped Artie off a few times today. It's actually kind of sad.
Interestingly, yes, you're right. But I couldn't even figure out from the actual wording what it is he was trying to say, other than the fact, and you all know I've never seen The Godfather, so I wasn't really sure what, but I knew that Buenasera was not what he was trying to say. Even I knew that the guy's name was Bonacera. Not that he was
Artie ripoff.
Oh, it was so horrible. It was
Artie
really
ripoff.
And then Robin sticks her 2 cents in to quote the movie as well. And by the way, she's getting on my last fucking nerve.
It's okay. She won't be around much longer.
I kind of feel that way too. I agree.
Hey,
so, yeah.
next week it'll be Howard likes pancakes. You'll wash him down with chocolate shakes. He's gaining so much goddamn weight.
Oh my God! Can somebody do a Howard pancakes thing with like almonds and very meager ration?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. We don't get like musical things here. We don't get people doing like song parodies or anything.
70 writers and their breath of any freaking content that would entertain like a 2-year-old.
Bereft.
Yeah, whatever.
So, here's a weird thing about Howard. So he's got this weird jealousy thing of guys who look good in movies. So even last week when he had Jake Gyllenhaal in, he was talking about the movie that is a stupid, ridiculous knockoff of the Patrick Swayze movie, Roadhouse. And now he has this back, and how his wife came in while he was watching the movie, and he didn't want her watching it because he thought that she would be lusting after Jake.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, I mean, am I in the minority, women who are listening to this show today, which I don't really see any in the thread right now?
Yeah, it's just you. It's a sausage fest for you.
Am I? It's always a sausage fest with me.
I'll
have a chubby pickle.
My question is, do women actually lust after movie stars? Like, is that even a thing that women do?
I can see that.
You as men watch a movie or something and think about sexual acts you would like to perpetrate on said female in the movie?
Not unconsciously.
Well, of course.
You're kidding me? At the grocery store, it's like the chick behind the counter, the old lady behind the counter.
Like commercial,
the meter maid chick that you see once in a while, or to quote someone, the Asian lake hair girl.
So is that even a thing? I don't really understand women lusting after like movie actor people. Like, I don't see it. In any case, so he asked.
Even look at you and go, "Oh, he's got the good hair."
Nah, I never think of anybody. I mean, yes, every once in a while there's like a
Mike White says it all. There you go.
The Sears catalog.
That's how depraved we are. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
Anything for like a flash of side boob or even like the
absolutely
of a nipple, right? I mean, yeah. I listen. I get that when you're 12. I'm talking about today.
No, that doesn't change.
Oh, back when you were a little kid and you would get the junk mail and you would hope there would be a bra ad in there when you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only
Or
thing
you
I
got if you got the New York Post, there was always bra ads in there.
There you
Yes.
go.
I
Yeah.
can only think of when that stupid channel came out and we would all go to like the cable station that had the sex thing. Exactly.
Oh, the scramble signal on the Playboy channel.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't the Playboy channel. It was something else.
Spice?
Dennis.
No,
was
first
like
it was Playboy, wasn't it?
WHT.
Then it was Spice, wasn't it?
What was it called?
Like WHT. That's what we had in Staten Island. We didn't have
WHT.
Oh,
cable.
really?
Yeah, we didn't have cable.
When you have the analog dial and you would kind of try to get it in right in the middle, to hope that somehow the signal would
And then all of a
scramble for a
sudden
few
you see
seconds.
like just like quick bang or like a titty or something. They're like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
titty.
my God, yes.
titty, just a titty.
Oh,
Just a titty.
all I remember is like scramble signal, then hearing electric blue.
Wometco, Playboy after Wometco.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Wometco, that's so fucking funny.
Yep. Oh my
Yes,
God.
that's what it was. Wometco.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay. So on that note, Howard, then we totally distracted from
We
this.
went just
Robin. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Like when you see him with his shirt off and he's ripped like that, and he's a good-looking boy, do you think about fucking him?
No, I admire all the hard work.
No, seriously, what do you think about? Like, what goes through your head? Like, if he's entering me?
You know what? I think that switch is gone.
That's
Oh,
what
good for you.
I recognize
How
that
sad.
he's really good looking guy.
Right.
And I enjoy looking at a good looking guy, but that's as far as it goes.
She's got nothing going on down below anymore.
Well, I actually posted that, her sex drive and all her girly parts are gone.
Yes, Ed, Adam Durowitz. Yes, that's who I was talking about.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he is a
What was he? Who was he the lead singer for? Oh God, don't make me Google it. Adam.
Wait, is that Mr. Jones in me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Counting Crows.
It's Counting
something.
Crows.
Counting Crows. Adam
Jones in me. Show me through the barrio.
Yes.
Boy,
Yeah, he was banging Jennifer Aniston for a while.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
How awesome is that?
Yes.
Now he looks like
He looks like if Beth and Howard had a kid.
No, he looks like
Jonathan Blitt.
He does look like or Kasem Joplin.
Counting Crows. This is why I got confused between Black Crows
there you
and Counting Crows. Okay, so cut me some slack. That was okay. I get it.
They
now.
only have that one song, dude. I think.
Horrible.
That's it. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
One of the few times I've ever been to Vegas, I was invited to a party in Henderson at the Westin Hotel.
Oh, look at you.
Counting Crows were the singers for the night that they paid for them.
And they also like with a valet, probably, right?
Yes.
Yes. And it was.
Don't scratch it for me.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Good times are had by all. Okay, so
Yes, Mr. Dangles, that dude was all inputs on Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, he got around.
Yeah.
Music Stream says it's Courtney Cock instead.
No, we just put the picture.
Dragged his scrotum on her face.
Yeah.
We just looked at the picture. Silly.
Oh, so it was Fripples. Okay, it was Fripples.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Fripples.
Fripples?
Yeah, she has Fripples.
Now he looks like, hey, the dude's here for the bris.
Yeah, they were.
Get that wiener out.
Chuppies.
They were a couple. Okay, thank you for all that clarification. All right, so as we know, Robin's been starving herself. So this has been, a big point of contention, and how much people are like, Sean Daly, hey Mo, do you guys like anything? I love your show when you do other things. Howard sucks, and so do you guys talking about him. Thank you.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
Hey, you know what they're doing at the office has to say something at some point.
Yeah. Well, Sean,
like and subscribe.
I can't argue with that.
Can't argue.
Yeah.
Sadly and truly, we do a Stern show. So there's that. That's what we do. And I'm sorry.
Go yell at the dude that's in charge of wiping the jizz on the booths.
Booths. The booths.
The
All right,
booths.
let's listen to Robin and her starvation diet because this is insane. I have no idea what she was trying to say, but let's just go there. Here we go. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, you have no idea. It's almost like meditative.
So first off, she didn't get to 21 days. She only got to 17 days because
For reasons.
Right.
When you're not thinking about food, it's not a part of your conversation. I've noticed when I'm fasting, there's a lot of conversation about food when you're not even eating food. And so all of that goes, and I was able to do things that I had time for things that I usually say, oh, I've got to put that off because I don't really have time for it. I've got to find a more convenient way.
That's the
and then I had
stupidest thing.
to actually do it. I made bone broth because I had so much time. Bone broth takes a lot of time.
What are the odds that she's just looking at her reflection in the mirror and having a conversation?
Again,
Jesus Christ. What did she
not
say?
unlike Howard, she only works 12 hours a week too. And she has
so much time
because she has less people in her life because she is a old spinster cat lady who has no life. So therefore, it is shocking to me. She watches everything that's on TV.
Yes.
She watches every new movie that comes out on Netflix. She has plenty of time to watch the Home Shopping Network so that she can buy Isaac Mizrahi extra large T-shirts. But she has no time to
No. XXL t-shirts.
2XL t-shirts.
2XLs.
Yes. But she has no time for that.
What a numbnut that brought us.
I'm trying to figure out. Wait. So I don't
know how, have time to eat.
Not eating a meal for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, 3 times a day. So 60 minutes of not eating. All of a sudden, freed up all this time. The math doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
Shocking.
Math does not check out. We all know that.
Nope, it doesn't balance. The other thing is to make bone broth. It's not rocket science. You just take bones. You put some root vegetables in there and you boil it.
Yes.
Rocket science.
That's pretty much. That's
it.
Much.
That's the whole thing.
Music Stream, interestingly enough, is bringing up the fact that Springsteen returned to concerting. Took a break for health problems. He got really thin, looks really weird now. Check it out. I did see that. I agree with you. He does look weird.
Jesus.
He does look weird. And Music Stream, do you know anything about what was going on with him? This was in Phoenix about a week ago, 5-6 days ago. And yeah, he does look a little bit on the bizarre side. He really does. I'm not going to play the music because huh?
Just did.
Do you think he's eating?
I think he's not starving himself. I think he's
okay. That was Robin.
Oh, I look at him and I can truly see that he is a reptile.
What's doing there, bro?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Bruce. I don't need to see the 72-year-old man's chest. I don't need to see that. But yeah, okay, whatever floats your boat, Bruce.
It's like us, baby. They were born 2 pounds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Riley.
Well, hello.
I was just coming in because I can recognize a reptilian as soon as I see one.
I don't know if I got it in me today.
I remember a bare nickel boxing a similar species.
So I'm sorry. Are you saying that Bruce Springsteen is reptilian?
Yes, he appears to be a reptilian and things of this nature.
Indeed. I forgot all about
by a similar cheap fuck.
Apparently, there are still some of his symbols available. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. My friend just went back home and he told me that he has Riley Martin symbols at home. So I'm going to write to him right this moment. Okay, hold on. Talking about you.
Hey, Riley, how many piss jars did you sell to Bruce?
Well, obviously, since he's a reptilian, he does not need a piss jug. But Clarence Clemens bought 2.
If you
since you sell piss jars, Have you thought of selling
Jugs.
feedbacks for like Robin?
Jugs.
That'd be
Jugs.
pretty dope. Just
All right,
strap
Riley?
that thing on her head. So she can
Riley,
eat.
feel free
She's
to
a
hang
busy
out with
woman.
us while we continue with Robin.
Yeah, this show is an absolute utter piece of shit.
It's a gold mine, man. The
Here
Riley
is
feedback.
here is Marianne calling in and letting us know that she
She's obviously an insectoid.
Listen to this.
Fasting was possibly due to
Oh, so this caller calls in and says, "Are you doing the fast in possible relationship to your health issues or something like this?" Let me just go back a little bit. Hold on. Here we go.
fasting was possibly due to her health background.
Health background.
My
Was
health
the
background.
Is this why you're fasting?
I guess he's referring to your cancer. Doesn't want to say the
I'm
word.
just trying to figure that out. Yes.
Yes, that's why she did it.
Let's see. A lot of people. as
Yeah,
long as
I'm not
reading
just trying to be vain like those Ozempic people.
right.
I'm
She has a
doing it
mission.
for my health. Particular state.
She's not
to be-
vain.
Right. You feel good, right? That's the bottom
I
line.
feel great.
Right.
Sure she does.
Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead.
Fucking cat.
The fourth green wall has been broken. The fourth green wall has been broken. It's been breached.
Never work with animals.
No,
Never. Nah.
puppets.
Damn, kid, you bothered me.
Animals are puppets. Those are the two things we should never, ever, ever have on the show. All right, I'm going to continue the clip while you're fixing yourself up.
Well, I pick up and fix my mess and throw the cat
The
away.
illusion is forever broken.
Yeah, ruined now. Going to see all those porn books he has behind him. All right, here's Marianne.
And I texted Dr. Agus, and he said, absolutely not, that you're supposed to be fasting the way you are. And he's very angry about that. Forget doctor now. Let's go with the real
Wait a
doctor.
second. You texted Dr. Agus
About me? How
about
dare
Robin?
you.
I mean, who do you think you are? Me? I do that. You don't get to do that.
What kind of sycophantic ass kisser is Dr. Agus that he would actually go back and forth with Marianne from Brooklyn? Oh, you're gonna yell at your cat now? Now we're gonna have some abuse? Is that what we're going for now?
You hear a puzzle go, fuck you, you don't own me.
Fuck you, meow. Meow. All right, so here's what I looked up, and I need you all to look at this right now whilst Dennis does some unfathomable thing in the background. So I found this from January 5th of this year. Researchers look to fasting as a next step in cancer treatment. Fasting and dietary protocols designed to starve the body's cells of their main energy source, glucose, have been gaining attention over the past 2 decades after a spate of studies found an association between fasting and longevity. But the latest research suggests that patients with cancer may also experience gains from fasting, especially while undergoing treatment. So this is what I found online. This is why I think she's doing it. And yeah, so yes, we still think she's sick. We still think she's doing anything that traditional medicine, help me, Dr. Zayas, traditional medicine would
Dr. Zayas,
perhaps.
Dr. Zayas.
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, poor Dennis, he's gone.
Dr. Zayas.
We lost him. We lost him. All right.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Right here.
there you go.
I had to
Wait, how
put
do
a
we know
cat
that's
out.
not puzzle talking?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true.
How do we know Puzzle didn't take over?
She almost wanted to. You know, she was. She truly was. You know, she's truly asking for too much at this point. No, she's left. She stormed out.
A Puzzle left the building.
She stormed out. She stormed out. She literally just stormed out.
All right.
You
Well,
can't. You know, these divas. You can't work with them anymore.
can't wait. Cats and puppets. I'm telling you, Dennis, it's
There you go.
Just can't.
it's really the death of us. I was just talking about how Marianne from Brooklyn.
Cats and puppets. You guys ever wonder where it all went wrong?
No, I really don't.
I don't
Like
want to
Far
think
Side.
like
It
that.
sounds like a Far
No,
Side sketch.
I remember that Marianne call this morning. That's like burned into my skull because that voice and her calling Dr. Agus plagiarist.
It's shocking to me that he would take her call.
Well, he's an attention whore. He's not a doctor. He's an attention whore.
Mhm.
And yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Thank you, Jeremy.
But the thing is, the just the gall that on her to think that she is big enough to call anyone that is
That is
known
important to the show in order to recognize that she is integral to this whole thing. Really, honestly, one of the things I look forward to with Howard retiring is never having to hear her voice ever again.
Well, you'll hear it once when she jumps off the top of our building.
I don't really care at that point. I won't even. Maybe we'll do like a special breaking news thing, but that's about it. So then Howard went on to have some technical difficulties because he couldn't wait for us to have a conversation about Shooter, which is something we talked about last week, which is basically some stupid Frankenstein from 1958 that was done on Chiller Theater. And, of course, he had to lament about how his father never wanted him to come in and watch TV with him. But his father loved Frankenstein. And that's why he would be watching these movies, which we don't believe for a second. So here he is trying to let us listen to a Shooter clip.
But they did provide a clip of Shooter and Frankenstein 1970. If I can find it. Hold on. I'm getting all kinds of weird shit here on my computer. Oh, God. I can't control the mouse.
What?
What's going on, guys? Hold on. Okay, I got it. Let's see. Frankenstein. Jeez. I can't.
Highest paid employee on Sirius.
Nothing happening with the mouse here. There's a cord and it's interrupting the flow of the mouse. I can't control the mouse.
You can't control the mouse.
You understand me, don't you, Shooter? Good. Ah, Shooter, yours is not the brain that I would have chosen, but at least you are obedient. Now we must get eyes for you, mustn't we, Shooter? I have none to give you, but we will get you some.
So weird how shitty movies were made. And
Karloff?
Sidekick?
Said the name Shooter like 3 or 4 times just in like that less than 1 minute clip.
Yes.
I can't even imagine that anybody would watch this shit. What they started doing when Boris Karloff started to get old is they would just, and that's what that whole movie was about, is that how he would take any role that had to do with monsters or whatever just to kind of make a living.
Yes.
And the scripts and everything about them was such shit. But he would continue to make them almost until he died, right? I mean, he was just
pretty close. Yeah.
Pretty much until he was
The last thing was the Grinch, when the Grinch is what, 65 or 66?
Love that he was the Grinch.
That's
And
like
you're the
3
one who
years
told me
before
that. I
he died.
didn't even remember that. I think that's so fascinating. Let me see when Boris Karloff died. Hold on.
1969, but I don't remember when the Grinch was made. I think it was like 65 or 66.
No, the real question is whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
He was born in 1887 and he died in 1969.
Right.
69, dude.
Grinch Stole Christmas was 66.
Yep. Yeah.
He was 81 years old when he died.
What did he die of, did it say?
Being 81 years old.
It wasn't shame. That's for sure.
Let's see. Hang on a second.
81. He was born in the 1800s. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hold on. Looking for his death. Give me a second here.
All I remember is that he was born above a pub in
Upon returning to England to live in 1959, and this is he bought a house in Kensington. Of course, this is why he died, because why did everybody who died in the 60s die? A long-term heavy smoker.
There you go.
He had emphysema, which left him with only half of one lung still functioning.
The irony there. You can't just rob the corpse somewhere and
exactly. Got some new lungs.
He then contracted bronchitis in late 1968. He died of pneumonia in February of 1969 at the age of 81. He was cremated, and he was commemorated by a plaque in Godalming, Surrey. And that's it. He was married 6 times.
Damn.
6 times.
Damn, he truly liked to bury things.
1916 to 1919, 1920 to 2020. He was probably really a tough one to fucking live with. He had one child, Sarah Karloff, born in 1938 when he was 51 years old.
Holy oh God.
I wonder if she's still alive, Sarah.
That'd be a big ask.
You know what? I don't want to live in a world where you can't have a relaxing, smooth Marlboro.
Look at this.
It's so relaxing. Man, I hear it's good for the acne.
Oh boy, she looks a lot like Dad.
She looks like she might live in Palm Beach. Look at her. She was at San Diego. She was at Comic-Con.
Was she really?
Karloff?
Who was that one dude that had like that skunk thing going too? There was like some dude that was.
Oh my
I can't
goodness.
remember. I'll remember like 2
does
hours after the show's over.
That is Daddy's little girl.
She's widowed, has 2 grown sons. She lives in Rancho Mirage. Of course she does. That makes as much sense as her living in Palm Beach.
Sure, why not?
Sure, let's go with it. Karloff. Okay, let's move on. Sorry that we digressed yet again.
I don't think
that was funny.
Karloff
Like the
was
Stern
name,
show.
was it? Yeah. And he's buried in some like real simple little cemetery too.
Somewhere in England or some shit like this.
I saw one of those, where the dudes visit people's cemeteries and graves and stuff.
Oh, I've seen that on YouTube. Yes.
Yeah, and it was what's it? Something Collective. Those guys do.
Yes, you turned me on to that.
Yeah, I forgot
Oh,
that.
it's been a long time. All right, moving on. So then a caller calls in who's 20 years old, and this is what he wants to know.
North Dakota. Oh, North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Oh my God, I made it. How's it going, Howard?
Going well. What can I do for you, Ethan? How can I help you?
Well, I just wanted to say I'm in college right now. The 2-year school out here in Wahpeton.
2-year school. So
to be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean,
so he's basically going for his associate's degree. So we're all assuming that he's 20. He might even be 19 at this point.
All right. So, but even funnier though, that this is 7:00 in the morning in North Dakota. Okay, and he's calling into
already 10 o'clock. There's no way.
No,
this is 9
no,
o'clock.
it's 7 a.m. It was 7 a.m. in North Dakota. He called about 8:00 in the morning.
North Dakota. So it's 6.
It's an hour behind. It's in the Central
Dakota's 2
Time.
hours behind.
Is it Mountain?
Yeah, North Dakota.
I always go to Central.
Let me see.
I think it's Central.
Do I need to know this?
No, not really. But but the thing is, this is a college student calling very early in the morning to a 70-year-old
That's
grandfather
realistic.
and asking advice. Let's just let that set in
About what he should do for a living.
about what he should do for a living.
Unless he's on meth, this is a total farcical call.
I think the call is farcical.
I can't even find North Dakota on a thing. Oh,
It's up there.
it's past Minnesota.
Yes, Minnesota.
So it's the
But
same
it's east.
as Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma,
Central.
and Texas. So
It's Central. It's
Right on.
it's east of Idaho.
I don't
You're
know.
not a hoe. Don't put yourself.
So here's what he wants to know. Of
I'm in a liberal arts program.
course you are.
School just doesn't seem to be
2-year liberal arts program. That's gonna
Yes.
take you really
cutting
far.
it
Good
out.
investment in money right
what
there.
I do for work, and it just seems like everything I try to do, it just seems like a big burden.
Well, you're asking me at 20 years old what you should do with your life. And I think you should become a nurse.
All right.
Well,
You
you-
know, I like the Judge Smale's answer would be better. The world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah, you may not be set up for college,
A nurse.
sir.
The guy's in a liberal arts. 2-year.
Can't all be like your daughter who went to 5 colleges in 5 years before she decided on okay, sir. Can't all be like you. And the reason she got into Boston College was because you're an alma mater and you probably gave them a shit ton of money, and that's why they let your daughter.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
And then she had to go on to yet another school for her nursing degree.
You know what? Now that you mention it,
Nurse.
remember the end of last year when they were, or the middle to the end, when it's like, oh, Ashley's always helping my mom. She's such an angel. What happened? Did
Oh,
Ray die or something?
yeah.
I mean, it's all of a sudden like that narrative just kind of went away.
That's
Yeah,
true.
didn't it?
Before she got married, it was all about Ashley, and now he doesn't
Oh,
mention her at
okay.
all. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe there's no one to take care of.
Oops.
All right, let's move on. So I don't even know why I have this clip. To be honest with you, I was just picking and choosing stupid shit today because it was really a nothing show. Apparently Gary gets a text message every time this particular bagel store has fresh bagels on hand.
Wow,
Well,
really?
This
Yep.
is where we're going. And so then they go into a conversation about what he likes on his bagels, and it's usually butter, and if it's not butter,
It's
it's
so
peanut butter.
amazing.
And so of course Howard has to chime in because whatever Howard says is right.
99% butter.
First of all,
but then
this is what I mean about Gary. Bagels taste so good on their own. You really don't need butter, and you really don't need peanut
yeah, it's
butter.
insane to put something on a bagel. Everyone
Yeah,
agrees.
it is. It is. At your weight, you should not be doing that.
So judgmental, such an asshole, such a Skeletor, such an anorexic piece of
Let's
shit.
talk about Gary's weight. We've only done it for like 40 years now.
Who
Right
doesn't
in
put
front of
something on a
Robin.
bagel though? Who doesn't? Who
I
has
mean, a
something
plain
on
bagel, that's a sociopath. That plain bagel. That's
Who
not
does that?
that's
I
like
need the
that's
cream
sociopathic.
cheese, man.
Legitimately the only way I could even imagine in this lifetime having a plain bagel is drunk and just coming out of a nightclub, and you see that the bagel store has just baked the bagels, and you're like, oh my God, that sounds really good.
Wait,
Even
didn't you do
then, I
that
really
this
don't need butter.
Friday at that con thing you went to?
Even then, I would still need butter or cream cheese or something.
Cream cheese. Oh, butter sounds psychotic. Cream
No.
Yeah,
cheese,
butter's
man.
not right. Butter's wrong, man.
It's just like, I mean,
It's not right.
you just go with that salmon cream cheese. Oh my God.
Oh, little lox, a little bit of
Yeah,
lox. Oh, you gotta have
it's
a little
I
bit of
do like
lox.
a little lox. I do like a little lox. I
You
must.
gotta have the lox in there.
I remember when I was a little girl going to junior high school, there was this deli on some corner on my way, and for 50 cents, you would get a plain bagel with butter, and the butter was that just like lightly salted, fresh butter. And they would literally like cut it and put like a block of it each like space in the circle on the bagel. And the bagel was like hot. And oh my
Can
God.
we do a bagel show?
Mm.
People are a little bit more.
Oh my
into
God,
that.
I love
Let's do a
bagels.
bagel show.
Yeah,
You know
and-
what, Mo? Does the water in New York affect the quality of the bagels?
Oh,
too?
sweetheart, you know that it does. So bagels and pizza is absolutely better.
No, the pizza, no. I would say no for the pizza.
Don't you with that finger. I will
I'll
break
do-
that fucking finger if you keep doing that.
The bagels, yes, because actually I go to Brooklyn Bagel Company and they do the stuff with the water to get the minerals and stuff in it, and the bagels actually taste very good.
Yeah, pizza too, babe.
They put it like a dead rat in there, like a lemon. Just
Yes,
filled it in
how'd you
water.
know? That's like
That
they
makes
dunk
so
it. They do it dunk.
I will fight you about that. but
Yummy.
Essa bagel, H&H bagel, yes, all of them. Essa bagel is the best.
Oh God, I want a bagel now. God damn.
Yeah, you're killing me. God.
Yeah, we don't have great bagels down here.
No,
Gee,
no,
today we don't really have
Brooklyn Bagel
bagel shops.
Company.
We just
A
have like those
basic-
national chain places. They're not the same.
There is a bagel place in Sarasota that opened. It's like a Jewish deli / bagel place. And
Ooh.
yeah, the sandwiches are amazing. They're
Dude,
so
Jewish delis and those sandwiches. Oh,
Oh, a Reuben
oh.
in the whole of the world. The whole of the world. You know, going back to John,
LA's
Arm,
got some decent Jewish
big.
delis, man. I'll give them that.
a good Jewish deli is imperative.
Oh, that's the
San Diego,
best.
we literally have one. It's called DZ Aikens. That's the only one that's worth a crap.
That's too bad.
LA,
Yeah.
you go in Westwood. There's like one every other 5 feet.
What's that Jewish deli I used to tell you I used to go to? The one that was by that hotel I used to stay at.
Yeah. No. I can't think about the top of my head, but yes.
What's the name of that place I used to go to by that hotel I used to stay at? Across from the Beverly Center. Anybody who
Yes.
knows that area knows.
Yes,
what
I
I'm
know
talking
exactly
about.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, across from the Beverly
I
Center.
mean, it's literally that hotel was literally like, I don't know, like 20 feet from where I used to live.
I know that. And there's a really
Weird.
good restaurant right on the corner. there.
Weird.
Yes. All right, let's move on.
Maybe you cut me off once. I don't know.
So, well, I'm not a good driver. So Beth,
Yes,
Beth
probably.
is now a telemed vet. If you didn't know this,
Oh my God.
Robin was proclaiming that she has a cat that is having some issues, and she was wondering what she should do about it. And here's what we get.
Call Beth.
If I put the food in a bowl, he might take a couple of bites and then he runs out of the room like something's after him.
Call Beth. I saw her save a cat's life this weekend. This friend of ours brought the cat to a vet. It was all kind of problems. So Beth says, let me see that cat. And she's on a video conference, and she looks and she says, I think I know what's going on. Sure enough, they brought the cat to the vet. It was exactly what's going on. The cat's life was saved. I'm telling you.
Wow.
All right,
So because Beth guessed it, and it still went to the vet, and she guessed correctly, that means that Beth knows what she's talking about because she had a dog growing up.
This is the same creature that was cutting mad hair on a cat with giant shears. Shears, like cloth shears, not animal shears that you would use cloth shears to cut knots out.
Yeah,
this numbnut.
She's kind of a
challenged
individual, isn't she?
Like these.
Yes, yeah, bigger than those.
This is what she also used to cut the gardenias off the neighbor's.
Absolutely, like a complete imbecile.
Same scissor, the idiot.
Same scissor, but I good God, I mean, it's just ridiculous now that all of a sudden Beth is Dr. Doolittle. Give me a break.
Yes, and if you're not aware of it, there are very important things going on with Dr. Beth Little. I'm not sure that you realize that this happened the other day.
Bunny?
Oh yeah.
Away.
We had this in the thread.
This domesticated. This is
not a domesticated bunny.
Not a domestic bunny. This domesticated bunny needs to be rescued tonight. If you can get and place in a box in your bathroom overnight with lettuce and water, I can tell you in the morning where to bring her, because we assume it's a
How
she.
do you know her?
You have hay, because of course everybody in Long
No,
Island,
everybody has hay.
right by the
Who doesn't?
Merrick Avenue has hay.
I got hay right here.
I'll send you my Beth's Furry Friends personal gold spirit unity necklace as a reward. And then email
that's an incentive.
at gmail.com and a video of the rescue so I can post your amazing,
of course,
heroic act.
This is such a wasted opportunity. This rabbit is right outside of a Buffalo Wild Wings, so you can actually have rabbit with really good sauce. So I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is.
So she replies to some of these people because she's usually an idiot with these things. I thought rabbits shouldn't eat lettuce. Hope this little guy gets home safely. She says, I'm trying to get her rescued. That's why I said
wow.
Suck it.
Suck it. So let's just discuss for just a quick second here.
Dude,
So
offer it a stiff drink and some cigarettes.
Here's her circling it with her highlighter because she's an idiot.
It was actually that's actually a screen. That was a screen. It was just writing on the screen.
Look where the bunny is. That's because the bunny would stay perfectly still in a lot.
Rabbits are known for standing still.
Absolutely. They don't go anywhere.
That's exactly right. Especially by Buffalo Wings on Merrick Avenue in Westbury, Long Island. Naturally. So
Caniglia with some wing sauce.
This bitch watched too many Bugs Bunny cartoons, man.
Because we were talking about the bunny, I wanted to share with you I just want to share with you what she feeds her fucking rabbits. I mean,
how they're still alive is amazing.
This is what dreams.
Kill
that music.
So gay. She's so gay. This is
dreams.
Keeps starting.
For like, we're gonna get the gayest strike ever.
Look at what's going on. Look at the food that's going on for these
everywhere. Oh my God. There's it has rabbit pellets over there for the stuff in the store.
Greens
and a
over here.
pile of greens.
Piles.
Piles of greens.
Mr. Dangle saw a rabbit once, and 3 hours later, you do know someone had run over that rabbit, Mr. Dangles, right? Did they have a tire tracker on its stomach?
I don't see rabbit. I don't see rabbit poop everywhere yet. Oh, I see a little bit.
Can we even discuss this though? I mean, she's just shocking. She's so shocking to me.
Well,
yeah.
Well, there's some big news since we're on this page.
What?
You know, today was a big day.
Oh my goodness, what was it?
Today it reached 55,000 posts.
Wow, Xavier, how are you not on top of this?
Because it almost killed me last year when I did the whole count thing.
55,000 posts,
averaging almost 16 pictos
you know what?
a day.
It kills me that we don't have the audio of when Howard went off on the people who spend time on posting stuff on the internet.
Oh, he does it all the time.
He went off on them, and he was like, "Oh, losers."
And you know the thing is, what I
and here he
always
is,
reiterate,
married to the biggest one of them all.
Why do these cats both not have eyes?
That is friggin' disturbing. Oh my god, that is disturbing. We are Siamese, if you please.
Gorgeous
We
Siamese.
are Siamese, if you don't please.
Now we're looking all around our domicile.
Wow.
If we like it, then we maybe stay a while. You see that thing swimming around? Maybe we can reach in and make it drown.
And then her thirst trap of the week.
Oh.
Look, go back pic of me and my man. I never get dressed up anymore, so I wanted to share what I look all dog.
Yeah. You know how that played out.
You showed a picture from like 2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly. With her $100 dress on, with her self all
pretending to sleep in full makeup.
She thinks this actually looks good. Like
no, it doesn't.
It's like she's literally it's like a cat with a laser pointer just staring at the cameras to her.
Well,
left.
the only thing that it makes it look good there is that he's in the picture. Jesus.
Look at
that.
Dude, that's a helmet, bro.
Held hostage. And then all the rescuers come back. Really? Really shame on you. What's wrong with you?
Blink twice. Look at that helmet though. You're right. That helmet is just like, where's the chin strap?
Like realistic. Honestly, like you would think you could afford something that looks maybe like he grew it.
So dark. All right, let's not rehash. We do this all the time. We're gonna move on. All right, let's move. Okay, so Beth ran into some quote Karens, and this became a whole thing. It's so ridiculous that Beth is always the victim. You know, she's never the cause. She's always the effect, I guess. So here she is. And here's how we're talking about Beth and the Karens.
My wife got Karen'd on a walk. She met two Karens. She was walking without me.
Uh-huh.
And she went for a walk. And so she's walking along.
Yes, it's Jerry's Deli. Yes, all about the tendrils. That's the first place I ever had French toast. Double French toast that had cream cheese and strawberry jam in the middle. And then it was grilled on either side. Ah, God damn it. Was that the most delicious thing I ever put in my pie hole that year? Holy shit. Yes, it was Jerry's. I love you. All about the tendrils. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. The Karens.
On like a regular street, you know. And she's talking to her friend. Actually, a friend in rescue. They were trying to rescue a cat.
They were. Sure they were.
Yeah.
Sure they were. Very important she take this phone call while she's
Pedro, actually.
Alone. It's an empty.
So she's walking alone. So he kind of conflates it and starts to say that they were walking behind us. Very confused on the details of this story, by the way.
Street. And she puts her friend on speakerphone, you know.
You know, because she doesn't walk with her phone with, I don't know, headphones or AirPods or whatever that most people who are exercising will carry with them. But okay.
And all of a sudden, these two old bags.
Okay, now we have to denigrate whoever it is that.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Kind of dumpy
old bags.
Dumpy, yes.
They run in front of her and go,
run in front.
You should be on your phone with the speakerphone on. And Beth is so pissed about this. So she was like, so Beth's so polite. I wish I had been there. I would say, well, what are you? Are you the police, honey? What do you mean she shouldn't be on the speed? You two are behind us talking to each other.
You two are behind us talking to each
A
other.
guy just
Very
rode by on
loudly.
a guy just rode by on his bicycle listening to music.
How do you know that? How do you know that if you weren't there? How do you know this whole scenario?
First of all, there is zero chance that they were older than Howard.
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
guessing probably at least 20 years younger than him at the minimum.
For sure. But let's come back. Hold on. Let me finish the clip.
Finish the clips. Yeah.
So she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I was just talking to my friend. Well, you can start making things better. Take your phone and put it off speaker. They saw they had a victim, they saw that
somebody
they
who
started
was going to put up with their crap.
And they walked in front of her and literally blocked her way so she couldn't walk.
So let me say one general thing. Okay. There is nothing worse than the fucking human being who is talking to somebody on speakerphone, whether it's on the train, on the bus, in the street, on the sidewalk, in the car. There is nothing worse. Okay. Nobody needs to hear your conversation. Nobody.
Nope.
And if you need to really speak to somebody and it's that important, put the phone to your ear or tell them I'll call you back when I have my headphones.
Jesus.
I do it all the time. It's like, hold on, my headphones.
Isn't this the same dude that for decades talked about how he can't tolerate trick-or-treaters because they're, kids are annoying and other stuff?
Yes.
So he wants other people to tolerate his obnoxious wife, but he won't put up with anybody's shenanigans. He won't even put up with his dying dad's.
But this particular issue with the phone on speaker, and any of you in the chat who do this, it's horrible.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please
don't do it.
Please
I'm
don't
doing
do
it right now.
So right now, the thing is, in 2024, so you replace, black kids with 2 old bags.
Yes.
Karens.
Which are like
same
20
thing.
years younger than him.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is rude. It is rude.
It is very rude.
And let's keep things in perspective here. This is not like they're walking down like Fifth Avenue in New York. This is like billionaire freaking neighborhood.
Yeah.
She's doing.
Here's the thing. It's like, who would actually complain about this if you're walking? Like if you're just on a stroll and you walk,
No one would, but
nobody would care. Right?
But it probably went by someplace where it was actually annoying.
Loud and annoying. Exactly. It was probably a place.
Yes.
You wanted to sit down at like some coffee shop or something.
Exactly.
And that's where it happened.
You know what it is? Is that Beth is new money. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, they hate that.
She's new money. She doesn't know. She has the manners of a monkey.
Yes. I'm surprised that he didn't conflate the story that they blew a whistle in its face.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Did he come back with the police like 2 hours later to look for them?
She was trying to save cats. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Cats. Because
it wasn't to order. It wasn't to order another $2,000 dress.
Okay. Okay. So once again, she's in a billionaire neighborhood.
Yes.
How many lost cats are in a billionaire neighborhood? Honestly,
walking past in
here in California is plagued with French bulldog theft. She's basically doing that same thing with cats on the East Coast. Come on.
Yeah. No, you're right. Here, I just want to show you guys something just so we can get an idea.
It's like saying, "Hey, I'm looking for lost laptops at the Apple store."
Exactly. They do that in San Francisco, right?
We're still right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show you. I don't know if I can get it on. I probably
right,
can't.
Jamie. Let's never forget.
And basically, his neighborhood and where he lives is completely like fenced in, gated, hedgerows.
Exactly.
The only people that are going past there are people that probably either live in the neighborhood or close by to the neighborhood. That's who's there. Nobody else.
Do you realize, like Fred Sanford would say, if I went to his neighborhood, I'd feel like a cheap watch. Could I be stopped every few minutes? There's no freaking way. There's no freaking way that woman is looking for lost cats when the average house is like what, $100 million or something like that.
Exactly.
Cats,
like,
they're
give me
not
a
lost.
freaking break.
They're not lost. They just need to be rescued.
Oh yeah.
Silly.
When a cat's got a Gucci collar on, it's not lost.
Yeah.
And that rabbit, was not a domesticated rabbit. Okay, you
No,
idiot.
that was
Benjamin, I said it
wild
was a
rabbit.
Sanford.
I have a whole family of rabbits living outside right here, and they look exactly like that one. The little short ears, they're brown. You're an idiot. She's an idiot. Okay,
She's
so
new money. She's new money. She'll always
let's
be
move
new
on.
money.
Let's move on. Let's move on. So here's Howard talking about how he cashes those residual checks because
Of course he does.
them. And I thought he doesn't get the mail. It's very curious to me. Like, does his accountant just get
It's a
them and
different day. It's a different story.
automatically cash them? How does this work exactly?
I get some weird checks every once in a while for literally like 59 cents. From like
Well, at
Reicher
least your checks are
Entertainment.
still coming. Mine have stopped.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it's a ridiculous. Like, I got a check the other day for 50-something cents.
Yeah, but I used to get
Or-
pennies.
Yeah. Oh, I got one check was 3 cents. I did the Larry Sanders show back in the 90s. And I think I got a check the other day for 57 cents. And you know what? I cashed it.
Of course you did.
Of course.
Of course you did. I mean, honestly, I think it's kind of stupid that they do dole out residual checks this way and it doesn't go direct deposit somewhere.
It cost more to process the check
Yes, then
than what they're actually making.
Yes. For somebody to physically hand it off to mail person and mail person to take it to a mailbox is more money.
To mail it cost more.
But sure, you go ahead and you cash that, Mr. I don't get my mail and I don't know what happens to my mail and I only get things.
He can smell money. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, he can smell money.
He's like that. He's like that lab at the airport that you have to walk by. You like go by there with a freaking unprocessed check. He immediately he'll sit like a good boy.
So then he decides to go into the news and he starts talking about the news, which is something that probably would have spent an hour on with Robin doing it at the end of every show. But he hasn't really talked about topical things in such a long time. But today was going to be that day. Today was going to be the day where he talked about topical items. And one of those items happens to be a woman that he's saying that he knows all about. But her name is Ruby Frankie. Okay, it's Frankie. Yeah. So if you knew anything about Ruby Frankie, you would know that that's her name.
And he doesn't know anything about Ruby Frankie.
And he knows everything about her.
No.
You following that case, the Ruby Frank case? That's the woman who was. She was a big social influencer, a Mormon, like out in Utah.
Oh yeah, that woman who tortured her children.
Yeah, I always liked that. It reminds me of my dad. My dad used to say, I never read these diet books. It's all fatzos who write diet books. And it's true. It's like she was a social influencer telling people how to raise their kids and to give them tough love. And then it turned out she got arrested for torturing
All right, so she's a horrible human being. So Ruby Frank
comparing Ben to him.
that she gets. And let's just discuss this really quickly because if you guys don't know who Ruby Frankie is, she's an influencer. She's a Mormon. She has like 6 or 7 kids. Her son went to people's houses. She was with her friend and he went to a neighbor's house and he was 12 years old. He had bruises all around him. He still had tape like on his ankles and on his wrists because she used to bind him and put him in like a closet or put him out in the yard or chain him up. And yeah, just so you can see what an awful human being. This is actual coverage of what a piece of shit Ruby Frankie is. So the kid goes to a next door neighbor. Neighbor comes out.
Favors. Well, what are they? Chicken flies.
He's starving.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there. It's personal business. Have a seat.
So basically, he goes on to tell them that he's starving and that
It's a good thing he didn't go to John Hines' house, right?
And that and that he needs help.
Or Howard's.
Yeah, you're skinny, but look how great those jeans fit you.
Yeah, you can stand to lose a couple of pounds, you fat ass. And so that's this chick, right?
Yeah.
Ruby Frankie.
Ruby, so whole.
So then he comes out with this, of course.
Well, what's really fucked up is she's hot. Like it's that she's really good looking. And it makes the story so much better when the people are good looking because you're like, she's good looking. She doesn't need to be torturing her kids.
Exactly. So then he goes into a whole conversation about if you're good looking and you get kidnapped or you torture somebody or you do something really fucked up, at least you're going to get, people to pay attention to you and notice you. But if you're ugly, nobody cares if you were kidnapped. Nobody cares if you, have problems or, you're lost or whatever. So here's the whole Frankie family.
Frankie family.
5, 6 little Frankies. But she was
vagina, not a conquer.
So this is her friend. They used to do like these things together, and you could see so many of them on TikTok. She would be like, so my 6-year-old, the teacher called and said she forgot to bring her lunch today. And to teach her a lesson, I told the teacher that she doesn't get any food today and nobody will be bringing her lunch to school so that she learns a lesson about making sure that she brings her food to school with her. I mean, shit like that.
That's
like
sociopathic. That's pure sociopathic.
That's psychotic, I think, honestly.
6 years old. Like, what is wrong with these people?
I mean, that's
I think some people forget that being a psychopath is an actual medical condition.
Yeah, well, so's a sociopath. And a sociopath has no feelings for other humans.
But I think when you're actively inflicting pain, and I bet she's getting her jollies.
That is you. She's a sociopath, but psychopathic tendencies.
Yes.
Yes. As I pour another drink.
Anyway, so yeah, of course, Howard's gonna always use hot. Yeah, okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is that the end of the clip? Did we miss something?
No, we didn't. I was just trying to look up the thing where her talking about starving her child because it's tough love and that's what you should do to your kid.
Yeah, I think we've had enough child abuse, Robin.
Dick.
Yeah, well, you can Google her and look at all the.
It's okay, I won't.
Yeah, thanks. I'm good. I got enough anger in my life.
Yes, exactly. Who needs it? Okay, then he goes into just a little talk about Richard Simmons. He finally brings.
There's a whole thing going on with Richard Simmons. He's gone into hiding, and he used to be on our show all the time, and then he went into hiding, or he's a recluse. Even like speculation that one newspaper was trying to say he was becoming a woman, and he didn't want anyone to know, which was total horseshit. He wasn't becoming a woman. In fact, he's been on our show many times talking about trying to find a wife. He's 100% into.
Yeah, I don't know how they got confused. He wasn't looking to become a woman. He was looking for a woman.
Really? Do we really?
Wow, they're running on that one still, huh?
You're gonna die on that hill?
Wow.
Die on that hill that Richard Simmons is looking for a good woman.
And this story's over a week old now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's interesting that the guy who's been hiding in his home for 4 years now.
Yes.
He's talking about some other dude hiding in his house.
Yes.
Right on.
Well, then we're going to go into another conversation, which is something I'm sure that Xavier and Dennis will love to talk about, which is the Otani story. So
this ought to be good.
So then he's going to go into this story. I'm pretty positive he has absolutely no idea who the guy is.
Zero.
Yeah, nothing about it. But let's listen to the story as they see it, and then you guys can chime in on it. Here we go.
You following that baseball player, the guy who's getting $700 million? How do you say his name? Shohei Ohtani. Are you following that whole story?
Ohtani, yes.
Yeah, Ohtani. $700 million contract with the LA Dodgers, and now there's some fucking weird stuff going on with gambling, $4.5 million betting scandal.
The story is getting weird, I must confess.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, it even got weirder today. He actually spoke to the press for 11 minutes.
Oh, so let's talk about that after this is done, because obviously.
Oh, my God.
Gladly.
Oh, my God.
I want to know what happened with that.
That's under investigation, but this guy's too important to baseball. I think they'll straighten it all out.
They're investigating him, but they're going to let him play. That's what I love.
Yeah. If you suck, they don't let you play. If you're good, they'll let you. Ohtani is claiming his best friend and interpreter stole $4.5 million from him to pay off gambling bets to an illegal bookie. The interpreter claimed Ohtani gave him the money to help him out. Either way, it doesn't look good for Ohtani or baseball, but.
Well, what's interesting is a day after he told somebody that he was given the money, the next time he came back and he said, "Oh, no, I took the money. Ohtani doesn't know anything about my gambling, never did, has no idea, and he didn't give me anything."
So that's the story as they see it. You guys can, by all means.
So this is the deal. Today he had a press conference, and him and his people and the Dodgers can't throw that dude under the bus quick enough. There were at least 2 direct. Well, what happened is they were investigating some illegal bookie in California, and when they raided his house, they went through his stuff, and sure enough, they saw transfers of $500,000 by S. Ohtani. So it's like, okay, how many of these dudes could possibly, be living in the Los Angeles area?
Right.
So long story short, first it was borrowed, then it was stolen. Nonetheless, how do you, if you're an interpreter making, $100,000 a year, how do you have access to some multi-millionaires bank account? And it was directly wired.
For $4.5 million without anybody knowing.
Well, in California, you can't do that. It's illegal. It's illegal. Even if it doesn't matter, your name, his bank account.
But wasn't the original story that he did do the transfer because
Frank,
he wanted
of course
the
you do.
money directly because he was afraid he would spend
do
it?
the change.
Right.
The story has changed so many
What
times.
happened today? What happened in the?
Well, officially, he threw his friend under the bus, and they were like inseparable. Apparently, that's all they did was just hang out with each other. And now get this, someone went through all his like resume. He said he graduated from University of Riverside. They never heard of him. He said he worked for this other company. Never heard of him. So now, like, apparently, nobody bothers to check anybody's credentials when you're around billions of dollars worth of athletes and stuff. It's just the whole story is just so weird.
Ear, or you have his ear. You're listen. He's just hanger on to this.
There's he's either the biggest dope ever to let some dude have access to millions of dollars of his account, or he was gambling. Even though he said today, he said, "Oh, I know gamble." He said it just like that. You know what?
He whipped out the only English he knows. I know gamble.
The weird spin. The weird spin of this is the fact that
Hey, Xavier, we don't hear you. Just so you know, you dropped out completely. So if you can hear me and you're talking, we don't hear you. Okay. I'm going to move on.
I want to get caught up on that. Oh, well.
So here's John Hine putting his 2 cents
Jesus.
to the whole debacle. Here we go.
John, Gary, and Jason, what's up?
It's really interesting because Ohtani is the golden boy of Major League Baseball. I mean, he does nothing wrong. He pitches and he hits, which is very unique, actually completely unique in the sport. But it's hard to.
Is there never been a pitcher who can hit?
There's been it's rare that you have pitchers that are good hitters. I mean, but usually if you can hit well, you end up being a hitter instead of just a pitcher. Like Babe Ruth was originally a pitcher.
Right.
They made a hitter. And yes, Jamie, Puzzle is still locked out. Actually she walked out. She's on strike.
She was a bad girl.
Believe that you don't notice $4.5 million gone missing, number one.
Well, I mean,
and the way the story has changed a little bit, as Robin alluded to, he's speaking to the press today. So I'm very curious to hear what he has to say. But
are you very curious, John?
No, not really.
Curious? Because we're all curious what your thoughts are on it as well. Hey, Xavier?
Yeah, sorry. Ohtani's people disconnected me. Weird thing about this is everybody that's covering the story has like 1,000 casino commercials on their station.
Yes,
it's in nobody's best interest to find out what's really going on. They want to sweep this under the rug so fast.
Yes,
they
Major
have
League
to.
Baseball, all the stations that cover them. Everybody has a freaking casino commercial every 5 seconds.
Well, look at that. Major League Baseball themselves are in bed with casinos.
Absolutely.
And it's the hypocrisy of sports in general at this point is embarrassing.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously, it is embarrassing.
Unless the feds get involved, there's no way we'll ever see him get in trouble for this.
But then Pete Rose needs to have his ban lifted, and they need
absolutely. Well, you know what
name
though?
a wing after
Pete
him
Rose,
at the Hall of Fame.
He was at the end of his career, so he wasn't had been Charlie Hustle at like in the 70s, Big Red Machine. They probably would have swept it under the rug.
Yeah, but true. But he was betting on himself to win at least.
Yeah, you know what? This or that, but the bottom line is nobody has invested like everywhere this guy goes, and he is quite arguably the best baseball player in history, and he sells out wherever they go. Absolutely sells it out.
They can't.
They're not going to throw away that money.
Hey, Brizzo's saying that
exactly. There's no way they're going to kill that.
Got busted.
He was a player coach. He was a player coach at the time.
He was a player coach. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a smart move.
Move on to some other news that's in the news today, which is that the feds went to Puff Daddy's properties as part of sex trafficking probe. You know what? This could wind up being a bigger story than Epstein. No joke. Like this.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, this is Miami and LA.
This is the tip of the iceberg, friends. I have heard things about Puff Daddy from back in the day that run long and rampant and drugs and sex and just insanity. And
dude, I remember.
Yeah, go.
Like, literally back. Do you remember the show Making the Band?
Yeah,
where he was.
Right.
Show.
The mentor.
Dude, the biggest ass clown. He would go in like right before we would shoot, and he would go, "I want plasma here. I want plasma there." And like we're not putting TVs. If you ever watch those shows, you never notice there's no TVs because nobody wants to watch anybody watching freaking TV. And he was like, I want plasma, I want plasma, I want plasma. And bonus, when Fear Factor was a thing and they were doing the celebrity thing, he wanted to be on Fear Factor, but he wanted the EPs to promise him that there couldn't be clowns as part of the as part of the segment.
Are you kidding?
No, 100%. He
clowns?
Said he and they're like,
come on, I'm scared
yourself.
of clowns.
We're not gonna have you on. We're not gonna
like
you're not gonna
clowns.
tell us what to do.
That's
he
weird
wanted to be on the show. It was on Jamie Presley was on that show, and there are a couple other people.
My favorite.
He would have been on, except for they told him to go F himself because there's no way they're gonna guarantee there's not clowns.
Well, I think this shit's gonna come out. Combs' former protege and girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie, sued him in November, alleging years of sexual abuse, including rape. Lawsuit said he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes while he filmed it. Suit was settled a day after it was filed. Another of Combs' accusers is a woman who said the rap producer raped her 2 decades ago when she was 17. It does go on and on and on. And then, of course, because we have to keep it Stern related, this dude then posts this of Usher when he was on with Howard talking about living with Puff Daddy and how that went down.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Puffy Flavor Camp.
That sounds so degenerate.
Gross and degenerate, right?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack,
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat, or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
14 years old.
All right, so the thing is, Blobbin was starting to go down the right path with him.
Yes,
But
yeah.
Howard was too much of a moron to be able to ask the right questions.
But he doesn't want to ask the right questions
I
either. He doesn't want to.
Absolutely not.
I understand that, but my God, it would have been a much more interesting story.
That's so much more interesting. So much more.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes the feds just raid me.
Exactly.
All right, so let's do a little bit more. Oh, and then of course, he goes back to JD and gambling and all sorts of stuff because it's
So Hardy 2.0.
And JD is absolutely a degenerate gambler. I mean, he gambles on pretty much everything.
Yes.
But
he gambles on his health.
But this is probably one of the stupidest things, and I pulled this up because of Bring Back Jackie on Twitter. He does a little thing on the what goes on for the show as well. But this is probably one of the stupidest things that Howard's ever said.
Between the cheerleaders and the halftime shows and all the giveaways and now gambling, it's the only way you can get them to watch. They need all this extra shit. So, like, you could think of a lot. Like, when I go to a concert, I don't need to gamble on the concert.
Okay.
Love going to the concert. People do not like sports. They like gambling. It's not sports.
But Howard, there's
You
no
can like both.
competition at a concert.
Yeah, he's talking about gambling at concerts. Like, he doesn't even understand what he's talking about. He has no.
I lost some money on Aerosmith the other day.
Exactly. exactly. All right, let's get to end the show so I can get to the clip.
Gamble
That
this
was,
way.
I can get to the clip that was deleted today. So hang on.
All right. Well,
Betting on
anyway,
Taylor
Judy,
Swift shows.
Good luck
I'm
with
not
that.
doing. Get out of here.
Is that right? Did he do that?
Gambling
Taylor
on Taylor
Swift.
Swift
Stupid.
shows.
He's
All right.
being funny.
Get off.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Thank
you know
you.
what you're doing with your
Goodbye.
life, JD, and it's not good. Yeah. Goodbye.
Well, I look forward to the intervention. All right, we got to get out of here. JD, thank you for that, and everyone else. All right, we'll
be
see you.
watching the Ohtani press conference.
That's what we'll be doing. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah, sure.
Testing.
End of show. Okay, so that's how the show ended. That was pretty much what went on today. What you missed out on is that there's that dude named Matt who does the voice, the Howard Stern voice. And apparently, weirdly enough, he's friends with John Stamos. I don't understand why. And I'm not understanding what the connection is. But according to him, he said that John Stamos is the reason that Howard knows about him because he's the one who sent in a tape of him to Howard. Not that Howard self-discovered him on TikTok, as he likes to tell us.
Yes.
But that John Stamos sent him a clip. So it goes down like some really weird path. And I'm not exactly sure why Matt Friend would actually even go down this weird path.
Because he's an idiot.
He is an
thinks
idiot.
He sounds like Howard Stern.
Yeah, he's not the brightest bulb on the porch. So let's play a little bit of that.
I kind of do me and you. I don't know. It's just part of my personality. It's kind of a Tourette's like problem.
Right.
But I went to John Stamos's house, who I believe is your friend, and I think he's the guy who sent my tape to you in the first place. And
Right.
he told me that one time his wife was in a hot tub with your wife, and he thought that might be a fun thing to bring up because he discovered me and I love him and I love you.
Oh, that was when he was married to Rebecca.
Oh, what happened there?
We had a wild night, but it was bad.
Right.
We all hung out.
Well, anyways, so I go to John's house, and I think he thinks that I'm you, right?
Right. Yeah, because why would John Stamos have Matt Friend over? It's the weirdest
It
thing.
doesn't
Like,
make
I think he has him over because he does a Howard Stern impression, but Matt isn't Howard Stern. Just weird. I've never been to John Stamos's house.
I go to his house and I put my wig on, and then that's how it goes. Right.
Right.
The show's going well, though. Right.
Do your Bill Maher. I'll
There you go. Okay.
So A. Brizzo has a theory.
Hamana.
So A. Brizzo says that he's John Stamos' coke dealer.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But okay, I'll run on that theory.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Sure. So let's hear what happened after that clip was played.
Right.
Here's the repeat.
It haunted me. I did your show last week, and thank you for having me.
Are you doing an impression of me now, or is that your real voice?
I don't know who I'm talking to.
Well, I kind of do. I kind of do me and you. I don't know. It's just part of my personality. It's kind of a Tourette's like problem.
Do your Bill Maher. I'll interview you.
Oh, wow.
Boom. Right out of it. The whole thing. The whole discussion just gone.
Wow. The most honest man in show business. Once again, cutting out an entire clip from his show.
Right.
Right.
Just crazy. So yeah, it was just weird why this guy would bring up John Stamos, why he would want to talk about the Rebecca Romaine thing. And it's so funny also because it's like, how much do you know Howard if you don't know the classic Rebecca Romaine Stamos Beth in the hot tub story? You know, that's like a classic thing. I mean, if John was here right now, he would absolutely have that clip for us of the original time where they talked about how Beth and Rebecca were in a hot tub together and some shenanigans were afoot.
There are a lot of shenanigans afoot.
But yeah, so there you go. There's the missing link clip from today. And yeah, that's about it. That's our show for tonight. So we have Black Crows, not to be confused with the Counting Crows, on Wednesday, and I guess tomorrow will just be another fun, rollicking day of riffing for all of us.
Oh, he's going to go through all the Black Crowes music tomorrow to get ready for Wednesday.
All 2 songs?
Yes.
2 songs. What songs do the
What
Black
the odds that he confuses them for the Spin Doctors?
Or the Counting Crows, like I did. Yeah. No, we are not going to the calendar today. He was not off last week, and we are probably going to be eliminating the calendar thing if I have any say on it. But yeah, okay, so that's it for tonight. Thank you.
That's it. That could be the entire show on Wednesday.
Oh, Hard to Handle, and She Talks to Angels. There you go.
That's it.
Oh God.
And of course, the number 1 hit, Mr. Dangles and Me. Yes.
Mr. Yes.
Dangles and Me.
Right, you're right. Music Stream. Matt said Stamos told him to ask Howard about the hot tub incident.
Yes.
Probably thought he would enjoy talking about it. Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah.
When was the last time that he and Stamos were in the same room?
He interviewed Stamos
Recently?
not that long ago. Stamos was
I don't know, man. I might have missed it.
Yeah, Stamos was in not that long ago. I mean, who cares? Who remembers?
Yeah, who gives it?
It wasn't that long ago.
So the only important thing is that I am now feeling better, and I've been editing videos that I've been backlogged on, so I'm starting to upload on GJ's Classic Garage. There's lots of fun stuff coming out.
Oh my goodness!
Fun stuff.
Wait. Cardiff and Chucky should have been nicer to Monique, and who cares?
They were fine. They were fine. They were doing their shtick. It's okay. They can do their shtick. It's fine. I like.
You know us, really? I don't know.
Honestly.
You're on the radar. What do we care? All right, friends. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight, and we will see you anon. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at radiogunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Radio Gunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.